Let's look into a few more advanced concepts in Jenkins. That is Jenkins branches and pull requests. So this slide covers the concept of multi branch pipelines, which build on the Jenkins file foundation to provide more dynamic and automatic functionalities in Jenkins. So here we'll look into the way to create a multi-branch pipeline. So the multi-branch pipeline project type enables you to implement different Jenkins files or different branches of the same project in a multi-branch pipeline project. So Jenkins automatically discovers, manages, and executes pipelines for branches which contains the Jenkins files in source control. So this eliminates the need for manual pipeline creation and management. Anyway, we are not demonstrating this here, so we will do that in our mega project. So now let's look into the one more most important concept, very important concept, that's build triggers. Build triggers. So the triggers directive defines the automated ways in which the pipeline should be triggered. For pipelines which are integrated with a source such as GitHub or Bitbucket, triggers may not be necessary because we can do the same with webhooks. Webhook based integration will also work there. So the triggers currently available are cron, Polasium, upstream. Cron, Polasium, and upstream. So let me show that. Let me demonstrate that here. So example, let me create a new pipeline. This is pass build triggers and click on pipeline and save OK. Yeah, now you can see that here you can give general description. Then as you scroll down a bit, you can find that build trigger section. So here you have to attach the which trigger you want to use. So there are around 6. Build after other projects are built, it's pretty normal. Once the project is done, then we will build it. Then after that, build periodically. Then GitHub hooks, that I told you, GitHub hooks or webhook. And then Polasium and triggers build remotely. So these are the 6. So when you select Polasium, you have to give the information about that. If you select build periodically or build after other project, you have to mention the project to be watched. And yeah, here triggers build remotely from scripts. Then you have to give authentication token. For all those things, you have to mention the you have to do respective pre-setup. Once the pre-setup is done, then you have to give all the information here. So that's how it works. Anyway, we are not going to do exercises on this in this session. We will be doing a build triggers module in mega project. There we are going to look into that, so just wait for that. So cron, everything we will discuss in depth there. So cron means it accepts a cron style to define a regular interval at which the pipeline should be re-triggered. For example, you can give this time and you can give the better time also. It's not any like cron, I'll show you. It's hours, minutes, and every day you want to run, or every day, every hour, and in between this time. So like that. So every month and every year, every month. Then after that, 1 to 5 in between. I think first day of every week till the 5th day you run this project. That's what it says. And similarly, you can go for the pole SCM. So pole SCM act, even that accepts a cron style string to define a regular interval at which Jenkins should check for new source changes. If new changes exist, the pipeline will be re-triggered. For example, you can take this example as this. This is also similar to that. And upstream accepts a comma separated string of jobs and a threshold. When any job in the string finishes with the minimum threshold, the pipeline will be re-triggered. You can see that example. So now let's see one example, the simplest example here. This triggers the declarative pipeline, and on other side you can see that Jenkins cron style cron syntax. So the Jenkins cron syntax follows the syntax of the cron utilities. So let us look into that. So the first one is the minutes. Normally minutes are mentioned like this: 0 to 59, and hours 0 to 23, and date of months it's between 1 to 31, and the month specifically this is day of month 1 to 31, and the month itself 1 to 12, if the day of the week 0 to 7. So from minute, hour, date of month, month, and day of week, this is the pattern here. And if you go with if you want to do like for year and all hours and all months, then you have to mention asterisk. Then it understands that I have to run this project, I have to search every second and every minute. Or if I give uh, a, a pattern like 1 to 5, 1 to 2 of day of week means, so I have to search only in between day 1 of that week till day 5 of that week. Okay, as a closer, let's do a small exercise. The complicated exercises will be done in uh, this iDevOps mega course, in the mega project. In the mega projects, we'll be doing a continuous integration and continuous delivery pipeline with Docker and without Docker also. So there, everything will be automatically triggered. So there we'll see a complex and complicated project, but here we will see the simple example. So for that, let me get into the repository. So this is the repository we have created: pass pipeline as code, build trigger exercise. You can see the Jenkins file, and pipeline agent is any, and triggers directive. You see the triggers directive here. So we have attached the triggers directive, and then and after that you have stages. Inside the stages, I would give, let me just a minute. Yeah, inside the stages, stage trigger. Rest all is fine. Now let me commit the changes one more time. Committing updates, and save it. So now let me take the URL. Okay, repository build triggers exercise, and take me the URL of this, and get into our Jenkins, and let me create a new pipeline saying pass build trigger exercise, and click on pipeline and click OK. So this this pipeline will be triggered by cron job. And let me scroll down, and here in spite of this pipeline script, I would go with the pipeline script from SCM, select git, and paste the URL, and scroll down, change it to master to main, change the master to main. Rest all fine. Let me save it and build it. So declarative checkout SCM is done, and stage build trigger is done. Let me put it into the full stage view, and you can see that pipeline clearly. So I haven't triggered it. I haven't started the pipeline. The pipeline was triggered automatically. You see that? And let me click on logs. So print message is Hare Krishna. It's been printed. And similarly, let me check the logs in stage 1. That's declarative checkout also. So here, so and it's success. So let me get back and look into the console also. Console output. Yeah, here you can see the console output. It's been printed. It's been printed. So let's build it one more time. So if you want to see the pipeline steps, you can see the pipeline steps. Each and every step is mentioned: git branch, git commit, git URL. Then you see stage build trigger. Here 55 milliseconds. That's what this thing, and it's been printed at the end. Then if you want to see the replay, this is what the code we have written. And if you want to restart from stage and run it again, we have run the same file, the same jenkins file, and again it's successful. So this is how we use a build trigger. The more complicated and complex projects we'll be doing in mega projects.